Welcome back, guys. You guys were on the stage with Sandra on Icon Radio. Another lit Friday. So before we get in touch with my guests for today, we're gonna take. Actually, I'm lying. We're not gonna take a minute of this, but big news obviously in the 254 from last weekend after I left you guys humbly. Former president of Kenya, Kibaki, passes away, and this whole week has been obviously because it's a state funeral, so there's been a lot of wahalas and mayhem in the streets of Nairobi because of the transportation of body to here from Lee Funeral Home back to Parliament for the public to view and so on and so forth. I was having this conversation with a couple of friends earlier, and I still do not understand why this is how we operate as Africans when it comes to like our former leaders or presidents passing away. We take it too far because already as it is, the country is already a nightmare with roads. There's already nonsense of traffic. They've decided to reopen schools midway on the 25th when parents have zero money to be able to hack this process. So it makes no sense to me. Then on top of that, now you bring in this movement of Kibaki's body back and forth. Every day, every time he has to leave from Lee Funeral Home, his whole family has to be there. Ministers have to be there. Blah blah blah. There's commotion on the roads. So with everything going on, you would think that the bare minimum they would do is just pick one day in the week where they can do the public viewing, and I still don't even understand why that's a thing. It's worrying that somebody would leave their house at like 5 in the morning to just physically go and look at Kibaki's body. Like, it's just weird. Those are just weird vibes in this country. But that's just my personal opinion, as usual, you guys. Feel free to feel how you want to feel. I just don't think it makes any sense in this time and era to be doing those kind of things. We look crazy in my mind out in the streets. We look absolutely crazy. So anyway, in studio today, I've got some two epic human beings who are doing amazing stuff for the creative industry. And you guys, every time on my show, I must always represent for the creative industry because I think it's our best asset. And we're letting ourselves down a lot of times. But then you get people like who are in studio today who are actively making a difference, contributing positively, okay, and showcasing their awesome skills and talent, sort of like build these industries. So we've got Stuart Nash, director extraordinaire. If you don't know, but they kindly, please do yourself a favor. You've got data, just go to Google. Don't give me that legwork, okay? And on this other side, we've got Dope.i.mean. And guys, that's Dope -i-mean. So don't go and start Googling your own or YouTubing your own things, please kindly. Got an artist, we've got a director. And by director, I mean like plays and movies, guys. Not these guys of just videos, okay? And then we've got the dope artist obviously now, Dope.i.mean. And I'm gonna keep using that word dope because you said that's how that name started from. So I think that's awesome. So say hi to the people, guys.
Hello.
You don't wanna say hi? Or do you wanna drop a bar or something?
Unanijua, your MC, your musician. I am your next door neighbor, boy next door.
Wow, boy next door. If there was ever a lie, that would be it. That would be it. So you guys have really exciting stuff that you've sort of like put out there in the last couple of weeks, and with what I know, you've got a play that's coming up 12th to 29th of May. It's a Ngugi wa Thiong'o original play. And this is what ideally got him exiled. And you've decided that in 2022, in the election year, you're going to bring it back.
Well, kind of. But basically, we actually started. It wasn't actually my idea to do this play.
Oh, really?
Well, I was looking for a play to do after we did Serafina.
Yes.
And, as an artist, I'm sure you're the same. You're always looking to do something that can top
what you did the last one. Yeah.
That's hard. So we did Serafina, and it was a big success, and we took it to the governor of Nakuru took it played with it.
Yes.
We did it twice at the National Theatre as well. So how do you top that? So, and I was talking to a friend of mine who's a journalist, Margareta Wagashiru, for the...
Yes.
And it was actually her idea. She suggested, why don't you do this play? And I didn't really know loads about it, so I looked it up, we read it, spoke to a few actors about doing it, And we actually started rehearsing at the beginning of 2020.
Oh.
Yeah, we started doing it before, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
Stopped, and I guess at some point you have to take a leap of faith that everything's going to be okay. So we started rehearsing February this year.
Okay. But have you faced any resistance?
No.
Like you put the poster out there, nobody has called you, no somebody claiming to be from DCI, calling you to be like, hey.
You expect them to.
I don't know, but I'm assuming, considering it hasn't been done.
But it's been available. Anybody has done it in the past 30 years. I mean, it was done in 1977, and then it was done again around 1990.
Yes.
But it's been there for anybody who wanted to do it. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess the reason why it hasn't been done is because everyone was sort of like,
I'm not sure.
We don't want to piss off anybody.
I'm not sure, because when we did Serafina in 2018, it had not been done since the original production either. Yeah,
but Serafina, like, nah, that's different.
But I'm saying it for such a well-known Serafina to have been done in the original production,
exactly,
1990 something, and then not be done again until 2018, I thought was unusual as well.
That's very interesting. I'm very surprised that like to now, because usually, like, and especially now, like how this country is set up currently, anyone takes any opportunity to just get involved in something that has nothing to do with them. It just happens all the time. So you know what I mean? Like, you can literally put on a video of yourself, like, I don't know, in like a Moe t-shirt, and somebody will DM you and be like, this is inappropriate, and it happens. So I'm very surprised about that. But even now, okay, so you started your rehearsals, and how are those going?
They're going well. We're doing it in English and Kikuyu, so
that's a massive challenge to take on.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's sensible or silly. I just thought it's really because Ngugi wa Thiong'o is a Kenyan icon.
Yeah. He's a national treasure as far as I'm concerned. Yeah.
Not just for Kikuyu.
Yeah.
So, I wanted the play to be available for everyone.
Okay.
So we had the original. Actually, it's only available in print in English.
Really?
Yeah, it's not available in Kikuyu.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's very interesting. Yeah. Like, you would think it would be available and not even in English.
I think they're going to reissue it.
Okay.
Soon, but when we started rehearsals, it wasn't available.
Yikes.
So we had to actually go back to the original. We've got some version from like 1980, and actually like those pages that look like they're from 300 years ago. And we had to borrow a copy, scan it in the Kikuyu, and then that we couldn't actually buy a copy of it. So
that's actually really intense commitment. But is it on purpose that you want to do a Kikuyu version as well?
It has to be done in the original.
Yeah.
Translations are great, and obviously we get access to things that have been written in other works in languages, but I don't think they're never quite
the same. Yeah.
There are things in the Kikuyu version. I can see the way the Kikuyu actors react to the Kikuyu version. There are things in there that are.
Oh, really? So you can actually directly see where the differences are.
Yeah, it's different.
That's interesting.
There are a lot of idioms and sayings in the Kikuyu version that don't translate really.
They don't make sense. It's like, what does this even mean?
So actually, we actually Bilal Myra, who's playing the lead, he's playing Kigunda. I asked him to work on the English version, so it's kind of a reworked English version.
Okay.
I guess in essence it's a new version that's not been done before in the translation, but the Kikuyu we're sticking to it
word for word.
Yeah,
okay. Are your actors having a hard time doing the Kikuyu part?
I'm pausing, so I'm guessing that. Not
because it's hard, I would think already, like acting in general, and then you put in like Kikuyu as the language to be to act in. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because now you've got to do that thing of in your brain where you convert it with how you process what the line is and what the character is supposed to be saying or doing.
I'm not sure I feel that they're just looking at it as two separate versions.
Right.
But most of the actors, I would say, the English version they're finding easier. There are a couple that, yeah, I mean, there's one or two I can think of, but they don't know the lines yet in Kikuyu. But, so we're kind of rehearsing the Kikuyu version more at the moment.
Oh my days.
Yeah.
I would think so. Anyway, you guys, we're going to get into music with DJ K for a second. We'll be back shortly to catch up with Dope.i.mean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And finish up with having a conversation or so, because I want to know why this particular play and not like A Grain of Wheat. That's the most famous one, I would think so. But yeah, we'll catch you guys in a second, and then I can find out all that information.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Welcome back, guys. You're on the stage with Sandra on Icon Radio. Still in studio with me is Dope.i.mean and Stuart Nash. So like we're talking about off air, why were you specific with selecting this play?
Really, because I was looking for something that can, be as popular as Sarafina. And
controversy.
Well, and it's got such an interesting history.
Yeah.
And that, as you were saying earlier about Ngugi leaving the country afterwards and all of that. So historically there's an educational element to it.
Agreed.
There are a lot of issues in the play which could still be
applicable now. Yeah.
And it's such an iconic play that's not been done for 30 years. It just felt like an obvious one.
Because I feel like, and why I'm asking that specifically is because okay, actually, let me just start with this. Does Ngugi know you guys are doing this play?
He sent us a personal video.
So is he coming back to watch it?
I don't think so. But we are trying to talk to the diaspora about maybe raising some funds so we can take the play to him.
Right. And so in doing so, when you first reached out, I guess, or whatever it was, to be like, we don't want to take this play on, what were his thoughts to begin with?
Well, we went to the publisher first and
okay.
gave us permission, to do the play.
Yeah.
And sorry, something else I wanted to say as well is that the issues in it are relevant, but any great literature will travel through time.
Agreed.
Agreed. All of look at Shakespeare, Molière, and any great writers that have lasted, the test of time. And all the issues are still relevant now to when they were written.
Dowry payments and everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's such an iconic play.
Yeah.
It just seemed like an obvious one. Well, I didn't even look at anything. Oh, there's another play that we got the rights to do a stage version of Nairobi Half-Life. Well.
Wow.
So yeah, that's that. Yeah. So that was.
I'm curious that you've said that. I'm like, do you remember the scene in Nairobi Half-Life with the poo? With the poo.
No,
in the prison, and you had to clean up. Yeah. I'm like, I can't imagine that as a play on stage. I'm like, oh God.
We can do that. I mean, you'd be surprised what you can do on stage. Even like when we did Sarafina, we set fire to the stage. We had real fire in it.
What?
Yeah.
That sounds like a hazard, though.
Of course it's a hazard. When we went to Nakuru.
Like, this might go south.
When we went to Nakuru, I was out the front on the sound desk, and I could just, the scene finished, and all I could hear was this fire extinguisher keep
oh, gee.
a really long time, and I was thinking, oh
my God, please don't set the stage on fire.
We're all done, but no.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
So even like the bit where, when they have the flaming torch.
Yes.
That through the audience, and we burnt the school down.
Yo. I love it. Your lineup of actors and actresses, what's that been like? Especially when you had to do the selection, because I'm assuming everybody wanted to be a part of this.
Well, the way we started was that I asked a couple of actors that I've worked with before.
Okay.
So Martin Gidinji, I've worked with him in Sarafina and Christ Superstar, and we did the TV pilot together. So he was an obvious. And Nice Gidinji, worked with before.
Yes.
She was also she was Mary Massambuko when we did it in Sarafina.
Yeah.
And she was Rizzo in Greece and Mary Magdalene in Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
Those two were like.
We're in.
Givens. Yeah.
They didn't even argue. They're like, count me in. Let me know when the rehearsal starts.
I mean, I now have a reputation for only using the same actors over and over again. However,
I'm glad you said it for yourself.
but the thing is, they're great.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not.
It's like, why change the formula if it's working?
Yeah. But then on top of that, we have Bilal, I've not worked with before.
Yeah.
And Stella, I've not worked with before.
Yeah.
Angel, who Miss Morgan from
Yeah.
I did a commercial with her once about 2 years ago. She's brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you see somebody who's so connected with one particular role.
Yeah.
And then you see her doing something
Completely different.
Yeah, I think she's going to really surprise.
But I love the fact that as much as you have your go-to actors and actresses, that you've taken on, you know, sort of like you're working with a new team now, some new actors and actresses.
To be honest, I don't really look at it like that. I just look at who would be right for this
and
role.
who can deliver.
Who can deliver, but who would be right for the role.
Yeah.
And all of them actually were the same, the people that I spoke to originally. Actually, Angel, I didn't know in 2020 at the beginning. So, but we didn't cast that role then. We hadn't cast it at that point.
Okay.
But everybody else who's in it now were the same. I went back to the same actors from 2020.
From 2020.
Yeah, the ones
love it.
already, yeah.
Absolutely love it. So where can everyone get tickets from?
Well, we it's available on a couple of different platforms.
Okay.
It's available on View Tickets.
Okay.
So, View Tickets is a Roll Media. They've launched.
Yeah. I found out when I found out about this, I was like, wow, Royal Media, really? You're getting into the ticket space now? I swear, like Royal Media is getting, like, they want in on everything.
But that's good for us because we can do everything
in one company. It's like TV, radio.
Yeah, so we're working with them. They're our official marketing partner.
Okay.
So they're running our commercial on them. They're really, really supportive.
No, they are. They are.
When we did Sarafina, they ran the commercial for us. And they were amazing, really. I
can't fault it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and because of the QU element, we're working with Inoro TV.
Yes.
Yeah, so View Tickets, Kenya Bars.
Okay.
And M Tickets.
And M Tickets. That's where we can get tickets from. How much are tickets going for?
Well, I don't know. So the gate price is 1,600.
Okay.
The advance is 1,300.
Okay.
We have a 6,000 for a group ticket.
Look, a group ticket offer. Okay.
And we're actually doing 4 schools shows because of the kind of educational element to the play.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be nice if we can have some students in as well. So we're doing 4 shows where the student price is only 500.
Oh, nice. Love it.
Yeah, I think it's so important that plays get seen and not just get
100. I completely agree.
So when we actually did Caucasian Chalk Circle when it was a set book 4 years ago, and we just gave all the tickets away for free.
For free. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Village schools and stuff. That was when I was the artistic director of the National Theatre. So it was just a project for them.
Okay.
So yeah, we just gave them all. So we gave away like 4,000 tickets. It was really great at the National Theatre.
No, but it's good because I'm like, especially with what you're saying, and with this play just being by Ngugi Wa Thiong'o himself, like him being a national treasure, the more people, sort of like see and sort of understand where he was at back then, to be a visionary even back then, I think it'll just continue cementing his place in terms of in Kenyan history. So I'm like, it was very, very large extent. It's a massive ode also to him. And also I think for people to consume the play in Kikuyu and in Kiswahili and in English as well, it works in both ways because what you guys are doing and what you're helping to continue to rebuild is sort of like this ownership, like a sense of ownership.
It's so funny you say that because actually in the video that Ngugi Wa Thiong'o sent us, he actually said we're reconnecting with history.
Yes.
We're part of a living history.
Yes.
So yeah, he seems to be really happy that we're doing it.
That's so exciting. I want him to be able to see this.
So do I. Everybody does. Because I actually got it was, John Sibia Kumu.
Heard everybody. I don't know. Yeah.
So he was the one who helped us with the video from Ngugi Wa Thiong'o.
Yeah.
When he said to me, "Check your inbox," I was like, yeah, and I couldn't believe it that we actually.
You got him to send a video.
I think that moment when I saw that video from the author himself. I think that was one of the moments in Kenya I will never ever forget.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was like really. Wow.
I hope you guys will play it then at least at the.
We will.
Yeah.
So we're going to release like a shortened version.
Yes.
A few minutes.
Yeah.
Actually, and he did one in English and one in Kikuyu.
Ah,
So
love it.
we're going to release it in advance.
Okay.
To give a teaser. But
Yeah.
We're going to play the full video before each show.
Love
Performance.
it. Oh my God, that's so exciting. Anyway, sir, thank you so much for being with us here today. I'm not gonna overkeep you because I know you've got rehearsals and so many things to do. So now everybody, you guys know tickets on M Tickets, on View Tickets, on Kenya Buzz as well. That's 12th to 29th of May. You guys heard the prices. If you show up at the gate, it's 1,600. Okay, get them now for like your advance at 13. It's gonna be out in schools. For all the students, it's at 500 bob. So get your kids to come through. If we've got schools out there who want to partner and stuff, sort of like make it like a day of it. Like if you've got like your arts departments or whatever it is, get your kids to get the students to pay their 500 bob. Show up. Have a good time. Please get involved and be a little bit part of like the history of like what Stuart, Nash and the team are trying to put together for you guys' educational purposes and entertainment.
Yeah,
Learn something and enjoy something at the same time.
Should I just give a phone number in case any?
Yes, absolutely.
So our Nairobi Performing Arts Studio number is 0795 715 200.
Exactly. So reach out to that number if you want to do like a whole, like if you want to make it like a whole thing event for like your people, your friends. Let's something perfection.
Already.
Do you get what I mean? So like stuff like that. So guys, reach out please. The number again is
0795 715 200.
There you go. So just man, I can't wait.
I'm terrified.
I can't wait. Why are you terrified?
Because I am.
This is exciting.
I'm in Mzungu doing
After he was exiled.
Yeah.
It's like the 3-step process already is like, whoa. No, but that's why I love it. I'm like, I love it so much that you're taking this challenge on and doing it with so much like zeal. Yeah. Because most people would just have like taken a step back and be like, actually, no, let's just stick to something that I know this is too much for me.
You have to be challenged, don't you? I mean, otherwise, what's the point?
Very few people feel that way. Very few people. Yeah, very few. We talked about this off air. Very few people in this industry feel that way. People are very complacent.
Okay.
It's like you just want to copy whatever is already working and not try and challenge or do anything new.
Oh, well.
Yeah. And then you know this because you've seen it happen. Exactly. So you guys, let's get into music with AKA. Then we can come back and talk to the superstar that is Dope.i.mean and his new project. First of all, this song of yours, the title, it had me stressing. I'm just going to put it out there because I was like, why? Why do I feel attacked? Got you guys in a few.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Welcome back, Dream Team, to another Top Tier Friday. Sao Baba, Mr. Dope.i.mean.
Yes.
So this track of yours, and this is why, cause this is going to be part of my character development story later on. It's called Kwani Upendi Mapenzi.
Yes.
And it keeps reminding me, you know that thing when people write in the 254, like if a guy likes you or whatever, and you always told in the groups, and people always come back and tell you something like nonsense of like, ukipendwa pendeka. That's what it took me back to. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm feeling attacked because I'm always the one who's always being told that statement. It's like, Sandra, why can't you just? So when I sent the link and I was like, this is a sign from God. I was like, this is a sign.
So kuna hizi vitu zote wasiuambiana. Guys tell relationship wise kuna hiyo umesema, and then there's other guys would tell you ukiachwa
achika.
After naambiwa ukiachwa oga
urudi kwa soko.
You understand? But sasa my thing was what's happening hapa in between. Mbona watu wanafaa kupendwa wapendeke, alafu sasa later tunawaambia warudi soko. You understand?
So, okay.
These days and with the way Nairobi and the fast life is, unapata we have young men, trying to come up, but we have these already older established men who will come for your girlfriend.
Mbio mbaya, wababa. The wababas will show you wagwan. First of all, wait a minute. Why did you have to pick those two cars? This sounds like a personal story.
Those are the standard ones.
So you're saying all babas when they're driving Red G's or Porsche Cayennes?
Yeah, Benz is for wifey and the kids. Then
please. Oh my days. Okay, so you released this song. What's the story behind it?
The story behind it, well, for me, music, I take some of my experience and experience of other people around me.
Yeah.
So part of it is what's happening to me, part of it is what's happening around me.
Did this happen to you?
Not really.
I asked probably because on one of the lines of the song is that yeah, anapenda boys wajokona do na we hauna, and I was like, so, shame.
Where the actually comes in is hata nikiwa na dem sahi and I have, I'm hustling. I'm not so badly off.
Yeah.
You understand? But now there's someone who has more, and of course, Shorty wants more.
But where has that come from?
My thing is like in the past, like our folks used to, you stick with mama, stick na dad, and that's
through it all. Yeah.
They, believed in him.
Yeah.
Squeezy, they don't want to wait. Even though they want to wait, they'll slip up once or twice.
It is slip up. Yeah, listen, let me tell you, I'll tell you for free, as a grown-ass woman, there's no time a Chile will ever slip up. That was pre-planned.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah, of course.
Because the amount of work it takes for any woman to cheat, this is something she's thought about. It doesn't just happen. You didn't just wake up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth and whoops. You know what I mean? Do you get what I mean? Like it takes there's a process to go down that road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But why do you think that's a reflection of like okay, but see, I'm older, so I don't know. But do you think it's a reflection of dating right now for you guys, as sort of like young men?
Almost purely.
That's very sad.
Yeah, and the thing is, like I say in the song, and in her head, I don't know. In her head, she thinks I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the guys know. They know, like, Shorty pulls up with some new thing, she's not working, she's not, getting it in, like,
yeah.
She's coming. You just know something's up, but sasa utafanya nini? Unapenda msichana, but wewe unamuuliza kwani yeye hapendi mapenzi? Like, kwani hezi like believe in me, like we make it together. You get what I'm saying? But
why do you think, and I'm sorry to be like making you be like a voice.
It's a pleasure to be a voice. Hey,
why is that the requirement though? Like right now, like for the girls you guys are sort of like trying to date and get into relationships with, why is the love part not what they want? Why is it the material stuff?
Well, I also think we're treading on new ground because, like, in the past, there's no social media and things.
Yeah.
So right now, replacements are quite easily available. You understand?
But replacements are because I'm like, let me tell you, if you like someone, okay, or you're in love with someone, and this should be mutual in my opinion, at what point, are you feeling like, because I did a new iPhone 13, and this guy doesn't have the money right now, and I want it now, so let me just be with this other person so that I can get this phone. Why is the phone so important?
That's one. I'll say it's for Nairobi mostly like this, but this is a fast.
These things don't happen outside of Nairobi.
The only thing slow in Nairobi is the traffic. So that fast life, unaona mtu wako na iPhone, and you can just do like one. It just takes you like one night to just get that iPhone.
See, that's crazy to me.
It's insane.
Like, that's actually crazy.
It is actually insane. And then later, of course, like, things work out eventually, especially if someone is really on their grind.
Yeah.
Things work out for me eventually, and then you want to come back. There's actually a sequel to this song. So, things work out for me, and then you want to come back, and now you want me to get you those things. Sasa, tumetoka only buy your iPhone 10, sa kuna 13.
Yeah.
Utadu?
Do you think that's actually crazy? Like, I can't imagine, like you left somebody for this, then now you are left. Now you're trying to go back because you remembered how good, the fact that, that this was real love and that she cared about you. This is, Akina Dope.i.mean was sending you a text of, have you eaten? This other guy doesn't even care. Yeah. You understand what I mean? He said, like, you meet me at the Airbnb by 7 p.m. He doesn't care if you've eaten or if you've not eaten. You know what I mean? Then you start to remember these things and you go back. So I guess that's where, sort of like the title of the song has come from.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
But you mentioned earlier, you're like, you normally take like your personal experiences and things you've seen around. Have you been in a situation where this has happened with somebody you liked?
No.
Ish.
Really, but
must be nice.
Like I found out like she was considering, like you're telling me for women it's something premeditated.
Yes, 100%.
You understand? So like I'd find out she's linking up with some people, so I'm like, why you
like what's happened?
You're going to Shiko's, why you at night?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and then, like, of course, it happened somewhere close to home. I won't say who. Somewhere close to home. And I was just like, these B words, you know.
Yo! You know she's doing it for the crew.
Yeah.
She's not even trying to like keep it like a new whole. It's within the crew.
And these days,
that's messy.
You know, people who can do it chini ya maji. These days, people are shameless. Like you'll be with your boy leo akona dem flani. Alafu you go to the club. This chick is with someone else. She'll just say hi like it's normal. Even offer you shots from their table. You know, like it's so normal.
You see why I like staying at home? This is why. This is why I just really like staying at home because it's a lot. This is too much.
Nairobi.
And you know, like the way you said that, like I'm like, it's like it's close to home because this is exactly what happened between Sean Prezi, Shaq, and Shaq's girlfriend.
I can neither confirm.
Meanwhile, we just got the exclusive, and for anybody who's going to watch this video, you can see it in the woman's face. Anajua kitu. Watu wa mpasho, watu wa...
Shout out Sean Prezi, shout out Shaq Youngin, big up the boys, keep doing your thing.
You're not going to shout out the Chile.
Huh? Oh, shout out Cindy. Yo, we're all in this industry together. Let's make it work.
Oh my days! These are the highlights of when I do interviews with guys. Like you just find yourself in that situation and you're like, love the exclusive. I love the exclusive. So now, love the video. And if you guys go please on YouTube and check it out. Absolutely love the video. And I don't know. Okay, clearly I'm not like a director, or I don't know anything. I can't even hold up a camera like that. Yeah. But I did notice that a lot of like the lighting was really like it had a lot of purples and like light pinks and stuff like that. Yeah. Did you guys do first of all, are you involved in that level of like your artistry, like in terms of like what the video is actually gonna look like at the end? Well,
shout out Nezo to the director. Also shout out 22Bet and Bazutainment, Raburu for putting this together.
Is this part of Willis's when you got the money's from 22Bet to like build artists and like sort of, well done. So that kitty, like it's actually doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, actually,
impressive.
I just decided to do the competition like everyone else, be like and everything. Like
yeah.
Next thing I know, we have like 30,000 views on Facebook for the
love it.
So it just came through. So, but anyway, yeah, I met Nezo. Nezo's worked with Boutros before, so we have like a sort of like rapport.
Okay.
So we met up and we just discussed the general idea of the video. But usually when things like these, if I'm doing a video, of course, I have to pick someone I trust as a director.
100%.
Yeah, so I just tell them what the song was about, like I just explained to you.
Yeah.
They come up with the concept, and I just trust them to do everything. So shout out Nezo.
He executed it so freaking
Nezo
well.
Is amazing.
He really I was watching it and I was like, this is a vibe because and then I like also the fact that it's not the conventional videos we normally see here, you know, half naked girls, people twerking, you know what I mean? Like I like the fact that he actually thought through the storyline and sort of like and then built it around that, you understand? And also to whoever was doing you guys' wardrobe, did you do that for yourself or?
Shout out Dutchman Drip, his
Bill. Because I was like, every outfit you had on, I was like, I could see myself in this. I'm like, I could see myself in this. I could see myself in this.
Dutchman is flawless with the drip. You can
like it was top.
Shine.
Yeah.
Brother's always looking good. So,
no, he really got it. Even with the like, I like. That's what I keep telling you. I'm like, I like the fact that they thought outside of the box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't the usual stuff we expected to see on an artist or like to the video vixen or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Even the clothes the video vixen was wearing in the video. Yeah. It wasn't, and like like you could see yourself like in those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's really effective because it just goes back to like amplifying the message you're trying to put out to the song.
Yeah,
you understand?
Things don't overshadow it.
Exactly, like it complements each other. So outside of that, now you've got this out. You guys are, you're obviously now starting to push it and all that kind of stuff. Is this ideally this is ideally the music you do?
Yeah.
Are you like limited that, or this is your vibe?
No, I'm not limited. Basically what I do is just I make good music, but I need to make it relatable to people.
100%.
So I'm either talking about experiences or I'm talking about something that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
I'm talking about myself in a way that can make other people feel as good about themselves as I do about me.
Ooh.
So that means addressing mental health.
Yeah.
And just talking about waking up and going to get it,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into some music with DJ AK, who's going to drop your track and have the people listen. Then we'll be back in a second, you guys.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your #1 entertainment plug.
Welcome back, guys. You're on the stage as usual. Friday vibes. So, like I mentioned earlier, we've got this character development segment on the show every other couple of weeks. And so, with your song and everything we've just talked about it, do you think this is going to be a hindrance or is going to be helpful to the society at hand?
What do you mean, like putting that type of message out there?
Yes.
I think it's going to be helpful because, like, at the end of the day, you look at the name of the song and you're like, kwani upendi mapenzi?
Yeah.
That means already anapenda pesa na hizo vitu zingine. You understand? So at the end of the
You're
day,
just attacking.
Everyone at the end of the day, akikaa nyumbani peke yake, when you're alone on your bed, it's you and that silence and that.
Yeah.
You have to think about these things. Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you do want to be loved, don't you? Yes, you do. You do also love money. Where can you strike that balance
Yeah.
without hurting somebody else?
Yeah. Get a job.
Women complain that there's so much of players, but at the end of the day, you made these monsters. Understand?
To be fair, no, but with what you're saying, I feel like it's a mutual thing right now because it's for a long time. When this whole women cheating started, it was like, but you men are the ones who taught us. You know what I mean? That was usually like the line, the comeback.
Yeah.
But then now, just from everything I see in Nairobi right now, you know what I mean? I'm like, girls, mnachoma, like the things Chiles are doing in the streets are hectic. Like hectic. Like and I have a daughter, I have a 6-year-old daughter, and sometimes I freak out so much because I'm like, please, Lord, in 10 years' time, in a decade's time, when she's 16 and, you know, starting to like, oh my God, I like boys and I want to see. I am praying to the core of my soul that the dynamics and circumstances of her life are not going to be like this, because I can't imagine a whole other generation again moving the way guys are moving in the streets.
It's mad.
Like, it's actually crazy. And that's why even with your song, like, I feel like it's so impactful because, for real, you don't like love?
Man's
I'm like, what is it? What is it about this material stuff? I'm like, why can't you just get a job or start your own biashara? If you don't want to be employed, you don't want to sit in an office between 8 and 5. I get that. I don't do that either. I get that. I'm like, see, then you just get a job or start a business and then just pursue the love part.
And you know, doing something for yourself is actually more fulfilling.
100%.
Because you can't just be going out every time. Alafu inafika Monday, nobody's going out. Sponyo India. So you start there with your thoughts. You're like, oh my God, I just did all this. And then you're waiting for Friday,
for years.
or for Thursday. I'm as crazy. They start on Wednesday. You're waiting for Wednesday
To start being debaucherous.
Yes.
And repeating. And even like with what you're saying, like even this move, the way guys are moving with this, and we make light of it. We know when people make these jokes, oh baba, oh baba. I'm like, this is not funny. Like it has comic relief, yes. But I'm like, the fact that this is the norm is a problem. You know what I mean? Like the fact that girls are actively in groups saying, mimi leo natata wa baba naenda I don't know certain place. I'm like, you guys,
It's actually depressing.
this is not okay.
It's depressing.
Like this is terrible.
But you have to remember also, I understand it to some point because I'm not saying it's right, but
Yes.
I'm saying I understand it to some point. But when you think about it, with the generation that went from using call boxes to having like a freaking, you know,
Yeah.
that's touch, you
Yeah.
understand? Meaning we're just in a scope of things change so fast in such a...
It's like this.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
overnight almost.
Yeah, you're 2 years old, this is happening. By the time you're 20, it's a whole different world. You understand? So people are drawn towards these things, and there's so many industries coming up. There's vapes, there's different type of clothes.
Yeah.
People need so much these days, more than people needed back in the day.
100%.
Yeah, so I can understand where it's coming from, but we're just going about it the wrong way, and we're setting a bad example for our younger sisters and all that.
It's horrible. It's actually just horrible. What's next?
Well, in terms of the music,
Yes.
yeah. So I have a video dropping with my boy Ben Kings. This song is actually from the album.
Okay.
I have an album coming called Shambhala Boy. I'll tell you the dates.
Yeah.
But I have an EP also coming out next week. It's called The Messiah.
That's first week of May.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Actually gonna drop on my birthday, so on a Friday, May 6th.
Ooh,
Yeah, so,
fun.
So that'll come.
So
out
kuna bash is the moral of the story.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
exclusive, invite only. You're invited.
Oh, must be nice at the exclusive.
Yeah.
I went to Jupok, so I'll be that Chilean. I know the guy.
There'll be that EP, The Messiah. Those are songs I lost files to. But
Okay.
I lost the files too, so I can't do anything further than them.
Yeah.
Other than them staying on my, and also as guys wait for the album to come. So there's
You'll give them
acts
something.
next week, and then the week after that we'll have a video with another video from the album called Benki. It's called Do Re Mi with my boy called Benki.
Do Re Mi.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's that about?
It's just a feel good song. It says like it goes like Do Re Mi Fa So. So fa la ti do, niko kwa sito, na brozi menisho, unadhaningi minani, sina ya bingi si bangi, siwa mjini ni babi, bako na drip udelangi.
Love it, love it, love it. So it's just good vibes. This is going to be good vibes. Oh my God, that's so exciting. So you've got the new music coming out. You've got the album, like you said, and you said the dates for that. Or have you set the date for the album?
For the album, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So, but we're waiting for May 6th. It drops your EP.
Yes.
Where are you guys going to be able to get it?
It's going to be available on all platforms.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So all of your Apples, your Spotifys, your Boom Plays,
Yeah, you can
the whole
use it on
shebang.
IG, on Snapchat,
Okay,
on TikTok,
okay.
you can find it all there.
Is that you selling it, or it's just stream
That
and
one's
download?
stream
Just stream and download.
Yeah.
So at least the album is on it. It's going to ideally be on sale.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any features that we should be like excited about on the EP? What is that smile about?
Okay, there's one I'm really excited about. It's with a really good friend of mine called Bananas Overdose.
Okay.
She's an artist. She's
Okay.
Somali Kenyan.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that song. It's kind of like out of my comfort zone.
Why?
Cause the type of flow I used and the type of voice I used. You know me, I'm more of a melodic rap guy.
Right. Akina Drake and Co.
No, but
Wow. First of all, on this show, we don't talk bad about Drake.
no, Drake is amazing.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, but not that type of
Cosign.
Cosign all day. Shout out Big Eyebrow Gang. But I'm saying,
Oh my
it's
days.
just a bit. It's quite different.
Okay.
It's quite different, but I'm not doing that type of lovey-dovey. Okay, by the way, for me, I like singing for women. That's my whole thing.
Okay.
Like, me, my music is for women.
Madam, must your statement. So do yourself a favor, please. Mpende mapenzi.
Mpende mapenzi.
So that Doberman can sing for you.
Yes, sir.
Kindly.
Oh yes, madam.
Okay, so other than that, there's no other
What I'm really excited about the EP is that I think 70% of it is produced by my brother Boutros.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's producing it.
Yes.
Ish.
These are songs we did like, they were to come out like in 2021. Things were,
Yeah.
the atmosphere wasn't right.
Yeah.
Decided to put them on hold, and now we just released them as free songs.
Love it.
People await the album, but yeah, he's actually done quite a bit of production for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's also a song there with Munyax and CKO. I can't wait for Nyashinsky to hear. When you hear the song, you'll know why.
Mnaenda kudis Nash.
No,
Okay.
I'm not dissing. I told you I sing for women.
So are you okay? I don't know whether that's being shady or whether you're just making a statement now.
No, I'm saying like I can't wait for Nash to hear it because like I've sort of like sampled something of his.
Okay. I was like, really? I'm like, hey, yeah. Do we really want to go down this road?
I don't.
Okay. No, I love
I'm a
that.
lover, not a fighter. So, chatupendane sote.
Let there be love.
Yes,
Let there be love.
Yes.
Okay, so that comes out. What do you want this to? What's the impact you want this EP to have prior to the album coming out for your fans?
For the EP, I'd like for people, because I've gone through like a 2-year transitional phase.
Okay.
I think in the last 3 years, I've just been doing like 2 singles and a video.
Okay. Okay.
So I was really trying to find my sound actually.
Okay.
I didn't have like a definite sound and something that you could hear and say like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
So for this EP, I just like for people to start getting used to my sound.
Right,
I'm sure
right.
they love it, but I'd like my fans to know the direction.
Okay, that you're taking, yeah.
Yeah, and also I've started a new YouTube channel with this video.
Okay.
So I'd also like to grow my numbers on the YouTube channel.
All right.
Just in preparation for the album.
Okay.
Yani natandikia album kitanda nikuja ila.
Wait. So, but now, so you said you got this YouTube channel that you've like started and you want to push numbers on there. Yeah. Can we expect other content other than just your videos on there?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
Yes.
So
definitely.
like I don't know.
I'm also on TikTok. I'm going to be very active.
Right.
Yeah, so there's songs I've written but I've never put down in studio or anything, and there's really emotional songs, Pia Mapenzi and breakups, and things like this.
Hey, wait, who Chile was this?
Let me tell you.
She has put you through the wire, my guy.
Serial daters. Do you know serial daters? For such a long time I've been a serial dater. Yani, natoka hii relationship.
You start a relationship.
Yeah.
You don't even like try to be, you're not having the grace period. Most people have a grace period of kuchoma.
Grace period maybe 3 months if you're lafu, I'm back. And that's been like...
You're kidding me.
Yeah, that's been like since high school. Well, ladies, now I'm single. But all I'm trying to say is like I have that experience from all those, you know...
Yeah.
Just bundle them up, and there's a lot that's how I used to deal with things, like, you know, during breakups.
Yes.
The first rejection is always nasty.
Yeah.
So that's how I used to like deal with things. I used to write those songs.
Okay.
High school or just starting uni, I don't have a studio to go to.
Yeah.
I have those songs, so I'm gonna do that content on TikTok.
Love it.
And I'm gonna put a lot of other exciting stuff with my friend called Vasa, who plays guitar.
Okay.
Who's also teaching me guitar.
Love
We're
it.
gonna do some acoustic sessions.
Yeah.
Every fortnight.
Every fortnight. That's taking on a lot, but it's good because I'm like that's what content creation is supposed to be about. Yeah, and also for people, even now for your fans to be able to understand you as an artist, they need to see all the sort of like different dynamics and sort of like things you do.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into some music with DJ AK, and we'll be back in a minute to wrap up our Friday shenanigans.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your number one entertainment plug.
Welcome back, guys, on the stage. So Dope.i.mean. So you've got Dope.i.mean.
Yes.
No, you see, I'm already starting to say it like that.
Whichever rolls off the tongue better.
I'm already starting to say it like that, and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? All right, so you've got it'll be coming out next week, as you said, on the 6th, on your birthday.
Yes.
So now, in light of that statement and everything you've said today, nani anakuja ku celebrate birthday yako na wewe?
Nani anakuja ku celebrate?
Other than the gang.
Other than the gang, I don't know, Maze. I don't like unfamiliar faces.
You know, you've just said you're single. So you've opened Pandora's box officially.
It's all good. I can handle them vile watakuja. Kujeni watane kutu sawa. Kwa mimi ule. The man of many talents.
Utafanya selective selections. Selective picking.
We don't discriminate.
Of the produce. Oh my days. So but you said it's exclusive. We can't even tell people where it's gonna be at.
Well, there'll be the exclusive part. Alafu, of course, we'll do something just somewhere where everyone can access.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have an idea of where that will be yet?
Not yet, but I'm sure one of my DJ brothers
okay.
has a gig on that day.
Okay.
So we'll
wherever it is, they'll be at.
Support, yeah.
Okay. I really like how you guys sort of like, as a camp, as a team together, like how everybody supports each other's stuff. Because like how you said, you've got Boutros as your friend who's helped produce the EP.
Yes.
In that light, you're now saying that, you know, sort of like the after party after your exclusive listening, you'll go to where one of the DJs is going to be at.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So everything is like sort of like full circle.
Yeah, it's full circle, and that's what a circle really is.
Agreed.
But yeah, even like with doing things, we like to source within the family and just keep the money between us.
Yeah.
Not that we don't work with other people, but if I have a chance to let my brother eat or my sister, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, before anybody else.
Yeah,
I really like that because that level of like loyalty within this industry, as you know, hasn't really been a thing of late. You know, originally when we look back and we look at like, you know, sort of like your P units, you know, like decimators and stuff like that, they've kept it moving as a unit. But in the last 5-6 years, with anybody who's sort of like come into the industry, that level of loyalty hasn't been there. And I think that's why, for the first time in a long time in like Kenya's music industry, there's just never-ending scandals every week. Yeah. Because everybody's just overstepping and like jumping over somebody else for their next bag. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like you forget the people you started with. And then when sort of like Wahala's become extreme, now everyone wants to go to your Mpa shows or to your Nairobi Gospel Club to say, oh, but this guy did this to me, oh, this one did this to me. And it's like, yeah, but if you had originally just been committed in your unity and stuck it through the people who started with you and really you started from nothing, we would not be having these back-to-back controversies and issues.
I think, sad to say, but like the previous generation, I'm talking the Prezos and all that, not in a bad way, but they didn't teach us some things.
100% agreed.
Yeah, so there's that. It's also necessary to pass information to the younger generation, and we didn't have access to that because there's just like a divide. I don't know, it's because of the foreign music or just the way the showbiz industry
Foreign music
was shaped up. But like for me, like for my manager Musao, our manager,
yeah,
I've been with him since primary. Like I've
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
since primary. Kina Boutros, I met them in high school.
yeah,
The rest maybe somewhere along the way, but
Yeah.
like it's these are people I trust. And we started out doing something that we love. Everyone's, you know, someone starts rapping, and another one's like, yo, let me try and DJ.
yeah,
You know, and things just started happening, and we had to, you know, there's no one better. Even though your people are doing blunders, they learn.
agreed.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, so you allow your people that time that if you're an artist out there and you want to have a manager, pick one of your good friends who you know supports your music. Let them make the mistakes as you also make mistakes. You grow together. In the end, you'll have an unbreakable bond, and you have someone you can trust, and you know your money's right and everything's right.
No, but then okay, and I agree with you to a certain extent in terms of like having like a friend, but at the same time, I've seen in this industry how that has also been a hindrance, where you've taken on your friend, and because there's a friendship, there's a level of like professionalism that stops existing, because now it's like because we're friends, you know, you're always like sort of like walking on eggshells around that person, because it's like if I had to come at you in that aggressive business way, you'll take offense. Like, bro, don't talk to me like that. You know, like where we started from, you know what I mean? And I've seen this happen a lot, especially even with some of like our more established artists, where they've taken on friends as managers, and then you and your manager were out clubbing together. For some reason, I don't know, you started like, you know, sharing girls. And so there's that murkiness, because now it's Monday morning, those business supposed to have been handled, but because you were both out yesterday and, you know, there's personal weird stuff happening, the business side of things are being let down. And it's because there's this almost like fear of, I don't want to trauma the friendship, but at the same time you can see your business going south because somebody's not handling it like they're supposed to.
I think, yeah, that happens, but I think you first of all need to pick someone who respects you. And that's what I mean by friend. At the beginning of all this, you have to define what a friend is. Because if someone is your friend, that means they respect you. If someone respects you, then you know no matter what happens between you two will always be good.
Yeah.
So what happens there, you learn how to separate business and personal life.
Yeah.
Like today it's a Tuesday. There's nothing buddy I'm going to be doing with Boutros or Sais.
Yeah.
Today we're working on business.
Yeah.
We're not planning on how we'll go and chill, you happy. I understand.
Yeah.
But on the weekend, if there's no shows we will link up, and now we're chilling as friends. You
Yeah,
understand? But
yeah.
it's business, we have a company together, all that. But don't worry, man, we'll have a school for all this, ADS, School of Music Business.
I really also, because, and it's very interesting, and you know, because considering how young you guys are, to be able to understand that now, I can tell you for free, there's artists within this Kenyan industry who much older, who are still battling, trying to figure that out. And I guess that's why even in terms of like brands, and you know, like, because right now if anybody gets on Boutros' page, if anybody gets on your page, the brand has been the same. There's consistency. But right now, and I'm sure you see this a lot as well, even some of our veterans, you know, because of that confusion and that mishandling in terms of who your management is and who your team is supposed to be. One day, a guy is hosting in a club. The next week, you know, they're running for office as MP or something. The next week, they've become a brand ambassador for, I don't know, big pens. You know what I mean? Like, so you're sitting even on somebody's page and you're like, I genuinely cannot understand where you're at. And then the most important part of it is, but where's the music? Because you're doing everything else for a quick bag except the music. And it's because for me right now, and I always tell people this a lot, there's massive confusion within our market about who a manager is and who a booking agent is. Massive confusion, because people confuse that as long as I'm booking, I've booked you for something somewhere. Me, as long as I'm making my 10%, that's what it is. But they've not thought through 5 years from now, this guy being a brand ambassador for big pens, does it make sense?
It does not.
Do you get what I mean? Like, it's like, what does this have to do?
Music, they're being a brand ambassador. And people really need to realize that, like, the artist in the first place is a company. That's what you need to realize.
Yes.
HP or Beringer is a company, or Cadbury's is a company. Dope.i.mean is a company.
Yes.
So in Dope.i.mean, who are the employees?
Yeah.
And one, these people need to get paid because people just don't do things
For free, 100%.
So you need to make sure that if you're getting a bag, there's a trickle-down effect that the whole team gets. So there's a manager, there's someone for your drip, there's someone for your this. You understand? You need an entire team. So if you have a manager, you also need to have an A&R. You need to have, so many positions. And if you have those people in place and the people you trust, they'll never let you go into a position where your brand and your music are conflicting.
They're conflicting, exactly.
And I'd like to encourage artists, at the end of the day, you need to first be in love with music. If you're in this for just the bag or to get these endorsements and then you're out, tutajua tu, na utakuja na utaenda. Utakuja na utaenda. Unajua, at the end of the day, msanii ni kioo cha jamii.
Yeah.
Understand? So you have also a social responsibility in
100%.
No matter how you put it, whether it's in a fun way or whatever, but you're actually saying something about the way society is and the way you think it should be. So you, as an artist, first you have to be true to yourself. If you're in this for the money, tutajua tu na utakam utaenda.
And it's okay, and if that's what you want to do it for, but at least come out, say that this is what you're doing it for. Yes. Because otherwise you're confusing and sort of like getting into an industry and like making things up because your purpose is completely different. Yes. You know what I mean? And we've seen it a lot, and it really bothers me, and especially this year when every single artist on the planet decided they want to be an MP of some sort. And I remember when the posters first started coming out, I was like, I don't know. And then it became literally like the trend. Everybody had a poster of Mheshimiwa. But there's even artists who changed their handles to Mheshimiwa so-and-so. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, listen, you can't have been pioneers of this industry and contributed this much and then come down and shut it down to this extent where, and it annoys me because I'm like, you're making a mockery of an industry that we're working so hard to create business and work for actual artists so that people don't have to find 17 other jobs. They can actually just focus on being an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if it's not a bad thing, but it's just how they go about it. Because at the end of the day, if a voter will go to the ballot and vote for that msanii, it means that the people look at you that way. Like, unajua, that's what I'm talking about.
No, but it also just could be hype.
It could be hype.
Because you see, when, for example, like if I go on a ballot box, and I'm seeing, there's Biden, Drake, and Kamala, my instinct will be to pick Drake. It doesn't mean, but it's just because I already associate him with there's already like almost like a personal connection I have to that person. Exactly. You understand? And that's my issue, because when they're using their celebrity statuses to get into office, but not necessarily to do the job.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? Because we know by default that you'll vote for this guy because but what is he actually gonna do for that constituency? Like, what is he actually going to deliver on?
Like, we'll always have these bad apples in the bunch. So
but at this point, I feel like it's the whole bunch right now that's bad. I'm like, when are the new seedlings going to Chomoka? Because right now it's a mess.
Well, let's hope those bad apples just leave the sack, because if zikiambukiza hizi zingine, we'll just
itakuwa nooks. Itakuwa two nooks. And then you guys are gonna get into some music for a little bit with AKA, come back and we wrap up with the superstar that is Dope.i.mean. Then we'll see what's good, you guys, for your Friday.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your #1 entertainment plug.
Welcome back, guys. So I don't know if you knew about this. Did you see Diamond's YouTube channel?
Yes, I did.
Has been terminated.
I didn't quite understand what happened. I know some people went live on, I don't know, something of the sort.
Apparently, okay, but to be fair, with these apps, they always say like, you sort of like you've what's the community guidelines? Like, you violated the community guidelines. But it's always weird stuff. Like, it'll be like in the music video, like, I don't know, if like the inches of the chick's dress was less than what they'd want, they have then they'll like ban it. But I think this one was just why it's, I think, brought a lot of issues is because the guy had he had like 6 million subscribers. He had just I think it was like they quoted it as like 1.6 billion views in general. So why everyone is getting really offended by this is because it's not like this is the first time he's had videos or whatever that's been girls in bikinis and so on. So it's almost like they're feeling like somebody is the one that's reported him on purpose. Because like TZ artists, I don't know, and I guess after the breakaway with Wasafi, is it Harmonize who left?
Yeah.
There's always never-ending issues between now Harmonize and Diamond because of how he defected from Wasafi and stuff. So part of the controversy is that this was like somebody from Harmonize's team. Sort of like in link with the government went and reported this and blah blah. Because we all know that there's issues like what's the president for TZ? He can't stand Diamond.
Yeah.
Which I find to be the weirdest thing, because I would used to be like, why are you so mad at the guy who's carrying the torch of this country?
Yeah.
You understand? But I think it's just because Diamond's moves are not in line with what they want.
Call an anomaly. something guys didn't plan for. You can plan for the next.
At all. Like nobody saw him coming.
Just to make things worse, he's on such a huge stage. Like the spotlight iko kwake.
Yes.
Anything he does. And it's so sad having to live like that as an artist, but...
No, but I think it's also because, he said, I feel like from the onset, if he had been I think being Muslim, having all these scandals with women, so it's as a country, this is not what we represent. You understand what I mean? At least the bare minimum with religion. The least you can do then maybe perhaps is say, okay, maybe, I'm officially not associating myself with this religion specifically, so that you can do all these things you want to do. But you can't be posting yourself, sort of turning up women on boats and blah, 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 and then at the same time on Friday you're in a kanzu. You know what I mean? It's bruh. I'm and I think that's what's pissing off everyone, because I'm if you're going to be a brand ambassador of the country, there has to be a level of decorum that you have with the sort of the content you put out there. I mean, this show that the Netflix one, Young, Rich and African, to come out and say you think you might have 6 kids but 4, that's crazy.
It's insane.
What are you saying? You know what I mean? What kind of a statement is that? I think there could be 6, but I know for 4. What are you saying, bro?
All this just comes back to society, because even when we're talking about the play with Stuart,
yes.
The play was banned because it just wasn't fitting society.
Yes, it's you can't talk recklessly about marriage and
At the society, there's pros and cons to it, because society tries to protect the kids.
As much as it can.
Yeah, because
100%.
these things just become. So you can imagine if you teach someone how to steal a pencil.
Yeah.
By the time they're 30, what are they stealing?
Exactly.
So those things are in place, but it's also good to break some norms, just for the sake of progress, because some things are stuck in time.
To break some norms.
Yeah, in terms of progress. Okay, so there's this whole monogamy thing, and that's the name of the play was I Will Marry When I Want.
Yeah.
Understand, that was not a thing in African society.
It was not. It was we have to
marrying this one
on this day, and this is the plan. Yeah.
On the other hand, we had polygamous people with so many children.
Yeah.
And that's the type of lifestyle Diamond is living. So understand, there's 2 ends of the spectrum. So we have 2 ends of the spectrum. We have the oldies and the new people, but at the end of the day, the African society is the same.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
The permissiveness we have is what has changed. What we permit these days.
But now, okay, and now that you've said that, even with your track now, in light of that,
yes,
you know what I mean? Why? And I'm just challenging you based on what you had said earlier. Why then can we not then see that it's okay for this girl then to just be listen, I need certain material things. I'm not interested in working. And that's I think part of the issue. Well, the whole I want to wake up in the morning and go to work isn't really a thing for a lot of people right now.
Well, as far as, and I wasn't going to say this, but I'll say it now. It's become permitted in society to the point where you'll see actually mothers allowing their daughter to live this kind of lifestyle.
Yes, 100%.
So what does that tell you at the end of the day? Why are these people going to do this? Is there not enough jobs? Do people don't have enough opportunities? Is education expensive? You understand?
No, but to be fair, but I think that statement is very different. Because for example, I myself, growing up, there was no way I was going to bring a less than guy to our house. To introduce to my mom or anything of this sort. Absolutely not. Yes. Even in high school, even my prom date, my mom was like, what does his mom do? What does his dad do? You know what I mean? I couldn't just go to prom with just anybody. Even for her, she was like, sis, kindly please. And it wasn't in a way to be I don't need you to work, you just need to find somebody wealthy to marry. It was that one of the amount of work we've done as your parents. don't bring for us somebody who's going to put you through stress, because and her whole argument was, I spent this number of years waking up every day to make sure you've got, you know, your school uniform is ironed, to do your breakfast. I've started doing homework. I've done parents meetings. You know, you live in a good home, blah blah. Why would I then let you go and marry someone or be with someone that every other week you'll be calling me for help? Yeah. Because times are tough. You understand?
Which makes sense, but you see now you went about it the right way. How are people going about it these days?
100, okay, yeah.
And in the process of the way they're going about it, you know, in the way you guys went about it, it was nobody gets hurt. You know, we're having a whole generation of damaged men who will just end up repeating the cycle. They're like, alright, so bet. So if I have money, this and this and this.
I can get this, I can get her, I can get her.
Bet, that's how I'm going to move then. So you decide no more women in my life, no more sipendi mapenzi sasa.
Yeah.
Understand? So this is how I'm going to get my money, and then I'll move like that, and that's that.
But then what it also does is then it works in the reverse as well. Because you see right now, and I think we're living in a society where right now sex isn't really a big deal. Like it's very... it's not you know, like how like when we were growing up, it was like, oh my god, this is such a massive gift and it's such a big moment. Do you get you know time ya kulala unasikia bed. You understand? So right now, the way where we're at society wise, sex has literally nothingness right now. It's like it's become that thing, or it's like it's available all day, every day. It's every day. It's like it's available at any given moment for a certain price. Because for a very long time, you know, you sort of like had those feelings. You know, to get those feelings because of somebody you liked. You understand? But right now, it's become a tool for trade. So it's like, listen, me, I can give you this, in an exchange, I want this.
It's transactional.
My problem is the fact that people are in exchange of for the bare minimum. Because I'm like, why, ladies, are you willing to have sex for a bottle in a club? And that's what it's for right now, because it's like, okay, you know, where you gonna be at? Oh, I'm gonna be a Gemini, let me come through. So you wear this hectic outfit, you're in these hectic heels, and I don't know what, just to go because you want to be bought for Bel Air. And the back of my mind, and especially when I think, like, even just practically, so sour, this Bel Air maybe at this club is, I don't know, 12 G's a bottle. But mom, if you go to the supermarket, it's going to be like 6.5. You can actually just buy it for yourself at home. Turn up on your Bel Air and say, but it's because of that requirement to show yourself in this specific club, with these specific people, doing this specific thing. So it has nothing to do with like you actually wanting, you know, like to consume this take or to have this phone. It's literally to show others that you're winning when you're actually not.
Yes, exactly.
And that is my big problem. I'm like, this insistence on showing off that I have made it, and I'm balling.
We call it a microwave society. You only put yourself in there for 1 minute, you come out hot.
You come out.
And to us ladies, from us guys, to your club, but I see, it looks funny.
It looks crazy is what it looks like to me.
And it's sad actually to have to see shit like that, but I guess it's where we're at right now.
It's just horrible.
Instagram is
like the pressure is too much, and and you know, like on my page personally as myself, and I get a lot of DMs all the time. Like me, I'll post myself in my stocking and my digs, you know, the stocking on my head. I've not even showered yet. I still have those white things on my eyes, but I'm like, I do that a lot intentionally, because I'm like, we need to get out of this space where you must always look a certain way all the time. I hate that. I hate that for our society. I hate that for like the youth, because I'm like, you're gonna miss out on so many amazing moments and miss out on amazing, valuable relationships because you're just so caught up in the hype.
Looking perfect.
You know what I mean? Like literally caught up in just the hype, and it's horrible.
And for the mental health of people,
it's not okay. Like you can't just be like being at peace. Like people's definition right now of being at peace and happy is, do I have this type of phone? Am I at this certain club? Do I have these clothes on? Can I attend this event? And it's like, if you can't meet any of those things, you know, like you're depressed. I'm like, this is whack.
It's insane. It's
actually just whack. Such a sad state of affairs. Anyway, so now that we got into some really deep stuff, you guys have been told your EP comes out May 6th. Exclusive party. Then after that there'll be
following
sherehes. Okay.
And then
Still directed with
no, this is for, it was directed by Avery Media.
Oh, so you've already shot it?
Yeah.
Ish.
Avery is one of the top 100 TikTokers in the world.
Love it.
So he came to Kenya from Atlanta with my boy Ben King.
Love it.
He was also from Atlanta.
Love
He's
it.
here to do a few business things in Nyahururu.
Okay.
Shout out Ben King. So
He just
that was Avery's.
declare his shags.
I know he's so proud of it. He always says it. But yeah, so Avery, that was the first music video he's ever shot.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it was just on some networking things, and you know.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Can't wait for you all to see it.
So it's gonna be expecting amazing stuff from you now.
Yes.
Now that you're ready, you're ready to move full throttle.
Go time.
It's go time.
Yeah, go time.
I think that's what every politician in Kenya is currently saying.
Yeah, I'm about to dope the whole industry up.
I love that. That's the tagline.
Ni use uleta mziki ladha.
Aish, na madem.
Yeah.
Anyway, dream team. We're off to the, let's get into music with DJ AKA. You guys, I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. As usual, the gang is going to be at the top. In case you don't know, tomorrow we've got Western. The concert, that is. So if you have not bought your tickets, Missy Jum nafanya kazi gani? That's your own business. They're in town. So please do yourself a solid. Do yourself a solid, because the guys of Summer Vibes are going to put together something awesome. And just remember that when you buy your tickets for Western as well, it comes automatically with your tickets for the Rema show, which is going to be on the 7th of May. This is just after Dope.i.mean's birthday. So I think your weekend...
Yes, and Butchers will also be performing at Rema.
Exactly. So your weekend in kukua top tier.
Heavy. Top
tier manenos. I mean,
elite vibes.
That's what it is. Yeah, you guys, will catch you guys next week. Hope you had a good time. Yeah, go stream, my guys. Stream and download and watch his video, please, on YouTube, my guys. Bye.
You're tuned in to Icon Radio, your #1 entertainment